Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome back to another match preview. The last game of 2024, a miserable, rubbish, awful 2024 for Man United, where we've seen our manager sacked, an interim come in. We finished 8th in the calendar year. We did get an FA Cup, to be fair. We did go to Wembley in May, which feels like ages away, ages ago. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
feel like it was this
a
year, that
lifetime,
May.
a
It
lifetime, mate.
literally feels like a life. And the May before that, we were there again.
I
Oh no,
know.
yeah, we was there. We lost, and then the
Yeah, yeah.
February before that, we won.
We were
So
there. Yeah.
yeah, some nice times at Wembley. But in this calendar year, it's been miserable. Let's not dress it up. It's been absolutely awful. Um, so yes, this is our last game of 2024 at home to Newcastle United, and if you think I was bad in the last preview, right, with how I really feel, turn it off now. I never start a video. I honestly, it's not good practices at home. Never start a video by telling your viewers to turn it off.
No, no. In terms of the audience
No,
retention, it's been known to not be good for that one. But to be
not be
honest,
great.
Flex, I don't think you
But
can be
what I
necessarily
refer, what
blamed.
no, and what they said to me, sorry, just quickly, when you said about the comments like that you guys gave me, a lot of you gave me, why are you being negative? Why are you being like this? Why? I saw it on social media as well. Everyone
Yeah.
cussing me. And look, we went on to lose 2-0, and then you was all back saying, do you know what? Tell you what, we should say sorry to Flex. So if you haven't learned from then, I'm being 100% how I feel. If I get proved right by this team, sorry, wrong by this team, then great. But I'm not moving from it because I know what we're about to enter into.
Well, and also even this is the problem with the hold that mentality, isn't it? Is even if we were to get a result, what are you necessarily holding? We have had results this season. The next game after this is Liverpool. So you know, you know what I mean. But we take it a game at a time. Um, I don't know when it comes to Manchester United anymore. I mean, the fact that it's home or away is largely irrelevant. If anything, I feel almost less confident at home at the moment, to be honest with you, given the way that we play. Um, in terms of people being available, I think there's only a couple of people that are out injured, right? There's Mount, there's Shaw. I think that's largely it, isn't it? I can't think of any other people, but it doesn't really matter because it's more options. I suppose Rashford probably won't be available in terms of he'll be available if he was to be picked, but he likely won't be in the squad once more. But again, it doesn't really matter because who does or doesn't play doesn't really affect it all. Newcastle, they're on the back of a win against, was it Villa?
Yeah.
Obviously, Villa were down to 10 men. So did we. We'll be without our captain, Bruno Fernandes. We'll be without Manuel Ugarte. He's suspended too. And I think the problem with that will be is what the problem always is in the rare occasion where Bruno Fernandes isn't available is those that say, get rid of Bruno, don't have him in the side, will then go, we don't create any chances without Bruno Fernandes because we are so overly reliant on Bruno Fernandes to create chances, whether he's playing good, bad, or indifferent. And we'll probably see that, and we're also a team that we don't really create that much anyway, Flex, let alone, without Bruno. And it was kind of the same, I suppose, against Wolves. Granted, when you go down to 10 men, it happens, but we didn't really create much of anything once he got sent off. So that's what we've got to look forward to. Plus, we've got Isak, Gordon, Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton. The midfield battle is very alarming to say the
we
least,
are
isn't it?
we are I'll say it now. Sorry to interrupt. 3-1 Newcastle. Maybe 3-zip. I don't see. I think we'll lose by a 2-goal margin. Put it that way. I know I said 3-0 in the end, but we're losing this game. However you want to dress it up, I can't see how we compete with the physicality that they have. That midfield three that you said there, Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno Guimaraes. We're already without Ugarte. So let's just, if we go through the team of what we've got left, there's no Mason Mount to run around,
No.
who's mobile. You're talking about bringing in Casemiro as a definite. Is he next to Kobe? Does Kobe continue? Hasn't been great at the minute, trying to find his feet. Hasn't been great. If not, you're bringing in an Ericsson. Definitely has no legs. He would get eaten alive. I think both. Kobe less so because he got a bit more on the ball maybe, but Ericsson's quite good on the ball as well. But Ericsson has zero physics, like zero. Like
Yeah.
against Spurs, I saw it when he tried to go after Basuma or something. He just can't keep up with anyone. Even at least Kobe can get back in a little bit, but even he's not physically strong like that. We will get eaten alive in that midfield too against their three. And the 2 10s above that. The only way that we're going to be able to make a game of this, which is difficult to say we would do because it would be slightly changing, is to kind of not press and sit in a compact block. So those 2 10s and the 2 6s, let's say it's Casemiro and Kobe, and then ahead of that, let's say it's Ahmad. Ahmad might even go back to right wing back at this stage. Who knows? Let's say it's
Possible.
Anthony and Let's say it's Anthony and Garnacho. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I don't even want to say that, but let's say it was.
It's wild, isn't it? Actually, when you say that, is that when Ruben Amorim first came in, we were saying about which players were going to go where, because now we've got the sample size. We're sort of more aware of what we don't have than what we were previously. You know what I mean? So we're going like, who's going to play at wing backs? And we're going, we've got none. We've got people will play there, but we don't have any. You know what I mean? And it's a bit like, and even the 10s, you go, people will play there, but not really.
They're not it.
Really have
They're not
them,
it. So
you know
we're
what
in
I mean?
trouble. Yeah. So that midfield or that box midfield that we create, but also them 10s in Garnacho and Anthony, or if it's Garnacho and Ahmad and someone else goes right wing back, they still have to do a lot of like shuttle runs to the wide areas. They're not really there to sit in front of the sixes and protect them, depending on how the other team plays. And when you've got Gordon on one side and Murphy on the other, and probably Lewis Hall left wing back, Livramento right back, respectively, or whether it's Trippier or whoever. Is it Byrne and Shah, centre half? Botman's still injured. So, they've got a lot of work to do because those two fullbacks in Lewis Hall and Livramento, they will go. They will go.
Yeah.
And you've got Anthony Gordon and Murphy who will also go. So the wide areas, we need a lot of runners there to be able to match that. So, boy, I can't see anything but a really comfortable afternoon for Newcastle United. Night, should I say? It's 8 o'clock kickoff, in it. I hate to say it. It's just what I think. It's what we see. I don't like to talk about the next games coming up, and the last game's just gone. This is a preview for this game, but I think it's all relative of what's around the corner versus what corner we've just turned into this storm. And for me, the storm continues. There you go. Have that for a title. The storm continues.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's nothing we can do to stop this rut with the players that are available, with the mindset that we have, with the position in the table, with the opposition we're facing. There's just no let up. Like, this is going to sound quite condescending because we can't really beat anyone. What can we say? But right now, we really do need to be playing like Southampton at home, or I don't know, like Ipswich at home. Even that, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's like anyone.
But there's
isn't it?
at least people maybe below us or in and around. Not Liverpool, not Arsenal, not Newcastle. We don't need that. Away days to Wolves, we couldn't manage. Home against Forest, we couldn't manage. Home against Bournemouth, we couldn't manage. Yeah. So anyone who's a half decent team, you're going to beat this Man United team. And Newcastle are more than a half decent team. All we can do is hope for a draw, guys. And a draw could just like help, just turn the valve a bit, just to breathe, because L's and L's and L's and L's, they really do breed a next level of toxicity where then conversations start happening you really don't want to see or hear on net.
Yeah, well, obviously, what the crux of it is right now, a Man United fan looks at the fixtures, including this one, and goes, I don't know where the next win actually comes from. You earmark it to be Southampton. The mad thing is, that's in 3 weeks' time. You know what I mean? And it's not as if it's a 3-week break. We've got fixtures. We're playing every week, multiple times of the week, but we don't know where the next win comes from. And it's funny how, victories and performances can change. Since just a few weeks ago, we were going, actually suddenly feels like Amorim's got lots of options and you're feeling like you're on a bit of, momentum. And now
fully fit squad.
And now it's like, well, the squad's fit, but we don't have options. It feels like we've got less options than we did previously. And we don't know where the win's going to come from.
No options, no quality, no confidence. That's the three things we just do not have.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally that's us right now. So there you go.
Right.
Nice and positive.
Yeah. That's some positive, but guys, you know it by now. You know the script. We have to be honest. There's no lying about this thing. Anything other than what I've predicted would be a pleasant surprise. Um, Owen prediction,
Gosh, I mean,
honestly.
last time I went, well, I'll go with like a 2-1 Man United win. I think best case scenario would be a draw, which I think would be 2-2. In all honesty, given how Newcastle are playing at the moment. I mean, and look, and I know they've been up and down this season,
Yeah.
Newcastle, to say the least. They have been. With how we're playing at the moment, I'm going to go with a draw. 2-2 flex.
You don't believe that,
I'm
Owen.
going to go with a draw.
You don't
2-2.
believe that. The pause you were thinking, you just didn't want to commit,
No,
which is
no. Do you know what
fine.
it was? Do you know what it was? In my brain, I was going, we're probably going to lose. And then it's like it's the gambler's mentality almost, isn't it? When you go, but we might draw. You go, well, good draw.
Okay. Guys, you take from that as what you will for Owen's thoughts on this game.
What do you say?
Two,
3-1.
I said 3-1, 2 goal margin anyway. Could be 2-0, could be
I think it'd be
3-1.
3-0 down, something like that.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I think it could get really ugly. Don't think it's going to be a good watch
Well,
at all.
the general pattern is 1-0 down at halftime. Within the first 10 minutes of the second half, you're
Come
3-0
out,
down.
game over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's the general
yeah,
pattern at the moment.
yeah. And Newcastle ain't going to come to play. Isak going to have a field day. Set pieces as well. Burn, Shah,
Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
Linton, all
yeah.
tall. Who else is tall? Isak's tall. You
Yeah,
know,
and you got good delivery, you know what I
good
mean? So,
deliveries from both sides. Gordon getting at it. We're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. Drop a like on the video if there's anything to like.
yeah,
Smash it and let us know what you guys think. Predicted 11. We didn't even predict the 11. We didn't even bother.
no point. There's no
Who
point.
cares? No point. Take care, guys. We're out of here. Peace.